Right, yeah.
Welcome to this week's episode of Healthy Vibe Gig Guide for Perth. This week I went to North Cottesloe to check out an event called Mind, Body and Soul. I was lucky enough to share some time with three very amazing women who shared some insights and some of their expertise to help us on our journey to health and wellness. So a healthy mind is about being strong and being balanced. A healthy body is about eating nourishing food, and also don't forget to get some exercise. And a healthy soul is all about being kind to yourself. Sometimes we are going to have a bad day, but tomorrow is a new day, so let's get back on track. So I hope you enjoy this episode as much as I enjoyed sharing time with these three women. I'm here with Ali Robson, who is the Chair of Club Services at the North Cottesloe Surf Lifesaving Club. And it was her initiative and idea to bring everyone together today for the Mind, Body and Soul panel discussion with high tea. So tell me a little bit about the inspiration about this particular event.
When I started thinking about putting a series or a high tea together, a series of events, I was thinking we lead such busy lives, and coming up to the start of the surf season where everything starts to get very busy around here. People are competing, they're patrolling, they've got their kids in nippers, they're still juggling work. As you know, other people are doing study, things like that. Sometimes we just need to just stop and figure out how we're going to do it all and stay sane and happy and healthy. So I started thinking about that concept and knew some fabulous women that were really well qualified to talk about it. And I think I wanted to really share that with the women of Northcott and their friends.
Rachael was the final panellist as part of today's Mind, Body and Soul event, and she has very many titles. So she's a mother of two, former Olympian, and currently studying for her Masters. So one of your big messages today, I think, was all about planning and helping you to make the right decisions to make healthy changes in your life. So do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Think about it in the context of my life now and the phase I'm in now, where I'm trying to train, work, study, look after my children, be a good parent, be a good wife, the whole thing. I would be overwhelmed by that whole picture if you just said, can you just do all of this and do it now and achieve high results in all of that. I would be overwhelmed by that. So to me, that's the elephant. And the way I, for example, break down my study is I'm like, okay, it's a 12-month program of study, but for that 12 months, there's only 2 semesters of 3 months each. And of those 2 semesters, I'm only really under the pump for like 6 weeks, where you've got everything due, you've got too much on. So really, of 12 months, this is a 12-month course, it's only actually, 2 bite-sized chunks that I have to just be under the pump. So to me, that's how I'm going to eat that elephant, that huge big thing that I've taken on. I'm going to break it down and just go, okay, here's these 2 little things that you have to do. They're 2 6-week blocks that are going to be hell, yes, suck it up and just get through it. And make sure that you recognise that those blocks are going to be full on, and then do the things, plan around it, make sure you do all the things, drop the social events, drop the things that are not going to help you, the glasses of wine at night, drop those things to make sure that you achieve what you need to achieve in those 2 blocks. So that's sort of how I break it down.
And it is really about having a long-term plan, and I guess that's part of your training as a professional athlete, is having that vision to go, it's 12 months ahead and what is going to happen in that 12 months, because I think you said you're not even socialising until November.
Yeah, I mean, I will. To me, this is enough of a social outlet. I get to be here today and just talk to people. That'll give me enough of a social outlet. But yeah, I'm having to say no to a lot of things I want to do at the moment. And it was like that with sport. In order to get to the Olympics, you can't go to every party that you get invited to, and you can't even go to all your family events. So you can't achieve anything without giving up something. That's just the way it is. Anything that's worth doing is worth giving up stuff for. And I sort of talked a little bit about it today, the concept that it's not what you do this week or this fortnight or this month. It's sort of you try and look at this, long term. It's what are you doing this year? What's the goal this year? How are you going to break that down? And overall, how are you going to get there? So rather than just sort of go day to day, week to week. You need to sort of look at it long term. And it used to be for me an Olympiad. Like I'd look at it in 4 years, and each year within that you'd break that down. But like I was saying today, you'd have a training session some mornings and you'd get off the water and be like, we're not going to make this. There's just no way we're going to make this. And at that point you could just throw it all away, but you learn that you just pick yourself up, get back on, keep going, keep the long-term goal in your mind and just keep going and you'll get there eventually.
And that links back to people that are starting to make change in their healthy lifestyle. So you might eat some chips or you might eat badly for a week, but don't let that be the be-all, end-all. And do you want to just give, I guess, one little motivational tip for people to take home today?
I guess, don't be overwhelmed by the change that you're trying to make, and don't be overwhelmed by the size of perhaps the task at hand. Just break it down and just keep going, and don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. If you're having a bad day, don't throw it all out. Just go, okay, tomorrow's a new day. I've got no reason to say that tomorrow is going to project the outcome for the entire year. Just keep going, and it's sort of about doing things on a consistent basis and in an integrated fashion overall, long term, and just be patient. You'll get there in the end. Just don't give up.
I love it. So be patient, don't give up, and just because you had one bad day doesn't mean it's going to affect the rest of your years. Yeah. So thank you so much for your time today, Rachel. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. It's been fun.
Nikki from NOOD is joining me today to talk about some of the things she's been covering as part of a presentation for Mind, Body and Soul. So Nikki, just give a little bit of a background about what it is that you do, and particularly referencing some of this gorgeous food, I have to say, and just, let our viewers know what it is that you're all about.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for interviewing me today. Basically, I guess what I do is I'm a nutritional counsellor and a wellness coach. I have a background as a chef, so that's where the food sort of comes into play, I suppose. But I guess as a business, I try and educate people on nourishing their bodies in the best way possible. So that's mind, body, spirit through food, through the whole concept of being well. So that's sort of that counselling that I did, as well as through what types of foods to eat, how to nurture your body, how your body reacts to certain situations, and to coach people in one-on-one situations through workshops. I do corporate workshops, I do presentations like this, and also at events and through the food that I make, I suppose. I try and inject all of that passion into the food so that when people eat it, they feel healthier and they feel better, and that is the way that I try and get it all across.
So food and eating healthy and being well are all very interlinked, and we're all becoming a bit more aware about that now. So just tell me a little bit about your journey and how you actually got to where you are now.
Okay, sure. Well, I think with my journey, it started off with the food. So for me, it was all about food. I've come from a very foodie family. Mum's Italian, dad's Asian, so it's always been a big part of our lives. But I think I came across a couple of hurdles when I was in high school, and then again when I was working in a corporate environment. I used to work as a HR consultant, so my first degree was in business. And it was through bad lifestyle choices and bad eating choices that I became, whether it be just getting the flu 7 times a year, or whether it be actually I had a candida infection when I was in high school. I actually went and saw a naturopath and nutritionist of my own accord, and it was through that, and then through my passion of food, to how can I combine these together, how can I create healthy meals, and then in doing that I had more of an interest in nutrition, so that's when I went and studied nutrition. And then I also did my wellness coaching, which is similar to life coaching. It's just that connection to the person on a little bit more of a psychological level, so not just about the food that you're consuming, but about the life that you're living as well. So I think all those things are really important. Yeah.
So that's fantastic. So just finally, fill me in a little bit about NOOD and what you actually offer through that with your food.
Great. So NOOD, basically there's one-on-one coaching, like we said, so I could work with you for anywhere from 4 weeks to 6 months, trying to get your lifestyle habits, your eating. I'd coach you through all of that to make sure sort of you embark on your health and wellness journey. Then I do obviously the catering side, so that's showing people what healthy food tastes like. I run private cooking classes for people who want to learn how to cook, and then I do a lot of workshops, events and public speaking engagements. Long-term, I guess for NOOD, I want to release a cookbook next year, so that will be really exciting. And also down the track, open up a women's wellness centre here in Perth. So to sort of combine all of these amazing people within the wellness space under the one roof, and get them helping as many people as possible. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. So in today's presentation, they talked a lot about having self-discipline, being results orientated. So I think you're encapsulating that. You've got your vision set forward for yourself. So yes, this is Nikki from NOOD. So check her out on a Facebook page and website and do connect. Phoebe is a yoga instructor and has a little company called The Yoke. So I'm just going to get her to talk a little bit about what she does, some philosophies you have around yoga and the benefits for overall health and well-being. But first, let's start with the story behind the name of your business, The Yoke.
So the definition of yoga in its Sanskrit meaning is union, or to yoke, which means join together. So I decided to call my business or my concept To Yoke because I want it to be a union between yoga and ourselves, body, mind, spirit, heart, nature, music, creativity, everything else that goes on in our life. Because yoga, you start on the mat and then slowly it evolves so that your whole life starts to become really conscious and much more aware, and you cultivate this connected self. Yeah.
Well, that's really quite special, and part of the event today at Mind, Body, Soul in North Cottesloe Surf Lifesaving Club was all about creating some awareness about different areas of your life for health and well-being. And one common thread and common theme was about taking time for yourself. So do you want to talk a little bit about that and your philosophy about that as well?
Yes. So, taking time for yourself is just a period of time, and it's different for everyone what that balance looks like, but whether it's 5 minutes on a really busy day or more, but just time to self-devote, to check back in, to reconnect, to soften in our crazy, busy, wild world, to check in with what it is that you need. And if we've got that, then it makes the way we eat, the way we move, the way we interact with people from a much more connected space. So that's my philosophy behind what the tools of yoga and meditation give you, and how it comes into the rest of your life and adds that balance and gives you the awareness of what you need throughout your day.
And so yoga, tell us a little bit about what you actually do at The Yoke in terms of, workshops or classes, and a final note of some takeaway messages people can leave after watching this video about how they can get some overall balance in their life.
So To Yoke is kind of my base of all the places that I teach at, and where people can find out where I'm at or what I'm up to or what events I'm doing, or like being here or on retreat. I mostly teach with a really awesome studio called Yoga Works. They're my roots, my community. So they're where I come from. I teach mostly with them. I have a class at the Raw Kitchen. And the Vinyasa Flow Yoga is a way of moving really intuitively with the breath, and bringing all those holistic ideas of what yoga is into one. With that, my belief is that you can find meditation and you can find your quiet or your zen in any activity that you're doing, as long as it's conscious and it's mindful. So, it can be your walk on the beach, being really present to what's going on in the environment around you, or the nature or the weather, how it feels under the soles of your feet if you're on the sand. When you eat your food, really savouring everything, slowing down, chewing it, tasting it, making things a really sensual experience. And then that's when our yoga, as we know it, our practice on the mat, comes into our lives and starts to guide us or help us into living in a much more mindful and conscious way. Yeah.
Yes, the words of mindful and conscious decisions and conscious living really did come through strongly today. So finally, I'm going to wrap up with a little quote. So from Phoebe, which is slow down to keep up with the Joneses. It's about taking some time out for yourself. So is there any last final thing you'd like to say?
Just breathe. That's it. So simple.
Thanks for joining me, Phoebe.
Pleasure.
So that's fantastic. I really enjoyed today. I'm sure there's going to be many more events coming up. So they'll no doubt be on the website.
They will be on the website, yep, and in our club newsletter.
Fantastic. So thank you today for having me along, Ali. I really appreciate it. And do get down and check out the North Cottesloe Surf Life Saving Club. There's lots happening in the local community. Well, that's a wrap for this week. Thanks for joining me. And do check out the gig guide. It's going to pop up on your screen real shortly. And as always, check out the website for more information. We are constantly adding new events about health and wellness in Perth. So my name is Ruth ODwyer, and I have been reporting for the NHAEL Expo. So until next time, stay happy and stay healthy.
Sometimes we don't want to, still we gotta chase our dreams, reach up and reach high, because we're gonna put